Some days I wake up and wonder, how did I get here? I'll give you a capsule of my life. I'm 67 years old, and I live in Annapolis, Maryland. I'm a law school graduate, worked at the National Association of Home Builders as the money guy. She was Peggy Earner at the time. We'd worked together nearly 2 years. She was one of the smartest people I'd ever met. To us, nothing was impossible. We always wanted to do a business together. When we found out we couldn't have children of our own, we moved to Vermont to create and own our own country inn. I wouldn't trade that 11 years for anything. But I never worked harder for less money in my life. We came back because we needed to get back to a position of earning money. Dusted off my law license and I began practicing law again. Our savings went into my law practice and I fully expected to be able to pay myself back. Stuff happens beyond an individual or a family's control. It just does. I was driving to church on a Sunday morning, and as I turned a corner, I woke up driving through my neighbor's BMW. I had a stroke. After our second coming to Annapolis, everything was going along just fine. And then, in the middle of a hearing in federal court, the judge called me back into his chambers and said, "You're not on your game anymore after your stroke. Would you not bring any more cases in this federal district?" And my wife said, "You need to put your health first." And we were left with her income and my Social Security. And then Peggy was diagnosed with stage 4 cervical cancer. Inoperable and terminal. It took me some time to recover, and financially I never did. The recession and the impact on real estate, we ended up owing more than the house is presently worth. So we applied for a loan modification. They wouldn't lower the payment enough, so the house went into foreclosure. Moved from a 1,400 square foot home to an apartment that's a flat. I don't know that anybody who gets a cancer diagnosis sees it coming. Less than a month after moving into the apartment, the cancer took her. And that rocked me. I'm single, alone. My income is half what it was when Peggy was alive. My rent is about 70% of my monthly spendable income. I may have to move from Annapolis to a less expensive place. Leaving here, going to a different community would be really difficult, because it would be, in some sense, surrendering. And Americans don't surrender. We just don't do that. But it may come to that. I take life one day at a time. When I feel negative emotions, I do my gratitude list. Sometimes the first thing is just one of my cats sitting in my lap. Me too. I may not wake up tomorrow. I'm at peace with that. I can check out any time. I'm ready. You deal with things as they are.